Hey guys, Nafal here. So I just wanted to create a video to share some work we're doing for a client. So this client is a SaaS company. It's obviously that time of year now where we're preparing for 2025. And what they've asked me to do is to help them prepare their account plans. So this video is really geared to kind of sales leaders in B2B companies where you have a team of SDRs, AEs, and there's that task of doing account plans. So maybe they have 100 accounts per rep, and they need to obviously do research on those accounts, especially if they've never worked with them in the past. They need to analyze, key metrics and insights about that company, and also how it can relate to, their offering, etc. So what we're doing today is we're basically going to show you our process on how we've helped them. And essentially what it's going through is analyzing the annual report. So essentially, a lot of these kind of tier one accounts are public companies. So there's a lot of kind of insights and information that we can dissect from the annual report, and then kind of create a doc, and then essentially get all of that information, but then have the information manageable for the sales reps, right? So I'm not going to go too deep into some of the questions, but you can see here what those questions are, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just share with you the clay table. Now, the clay table itself, it has some pretty in-depth prompting, which I'm not going to go through on this video today. But just to give you the kind of high-level overview, we're inputting the accounts into Clay, and then we're creating a column where all of the annual report links are in one place. And then from there, we're creating Claygent prompts for a few of those questions, right? So we're doing it in batches of 3. For those that don't know what Claygent is, it's basically a web scraping tool. So you can scrape websites, PDFs, PDFs on a site, and basically you can instruct it to find information that you need. So for example here, if we're looking at the pestle question, it gives you a summary of what the answer is, and essentially this is the kind of it gives us a confidence of what it is as well. So we're telling it to only get information from here. So hallucination is is at a minimum here, and you can see how much it costs to actually do this, which is super cheap. So of course we can't give that block of text to the SDRs or to the AEs. It's not manageable, and they can't really use it easily. So what we did is we are going to create another AI column to basically manipulate the data and just create it more manageable as an output. But then what we do is we also give it context on what my client does in terms of their value proposition, and also giving it context on the ICP that they're targeting, right? So they work with a few different personas, one being kind of procurement, supply chain, logistics, right? And of course C-suite. So we're telling it to basically say, all right, using the annual report snippets, tell us what would be the highlights for a procurement leader, right? And how could the client potentially help based on these points? So I'll quickly share with you kind of the output. So like here are the kind of the highlights for the annual report for procurement leaders, and here's how the client can help, right? So it's essentially going and it's using Anthropic Opus model. So that's essentially it, and then the next stage from that is to be able to kind of condense it further, so that it's, you know, easily be consumable via Salesforce. There's other things that they want to do, you know, such as like kind of CRM enrichment, and, you know, just things that would just prepare them for, you know, 2025, right? So yeah, that's the video. If you got any questions, do let me know. If you have a similar situation where, you know, you're preparing for 2025 and you know, you are doing account planning, then, you know, feel free to reach out, and yeah, we could potentially help as well.